Welcome to 843 TV, and today we're coming to you from the Port Royal Sound Foundation Maritime Center. It's a very special episode, and an episode that's being brought to you by the town of Port Royal. So Joe Lee is here to tell us a little bit about what we're doing here today. Joe, inform us what we're doing.
Wayne, we're so excited to be here because this is a new addition to the town of Port Royal, and we're so proud of it. And over a year ago, we came out and saw this in its conceptual stage, and we're so proud to be back here now that it's actually in operation, and we're anxious to see have these folks talk to us about it.
Absolutely, it's a beautiful maritime center, so important to our community.
Yes.
Today, our guests are going to be Jody Hayward, who is the Port Royal Sound Foundation Director, Tim Price, who is the naturalist and the program director, all the different programs here, and then Jerry Kenton, who is the administrative assistant, and they're going to share a bunch of information with you about what this place is and why it's important to our community. So stay with us for 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.
843 TV, where Bluffton comes to speak.
Where Spring Island comes to speak.
Where the town of Hilton Head Island comes to speak. Where Port Royal comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak. Welcome to 843 TV. We now have the pleasure to be joined by Miss Jody Hayward, who is the director of the Port Royal Sound Foundation. Jody, how are you?
I'm very good.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here.
So tell everybody about the Port Royal Sound Foundation's Maritime Center, where we are today.
Well, the Maritime Center is, as you know, is now open. We opened in November, and it's just been an incredible experience. This place is here to fulfill the mission of the Port Royal Sound Foundation itself. We have 3 buildings here on the property. One is the main exhibit hall, which is where we are right now, that people will visit and learn all about the history and about the Port Royal Sound and really everything that has to do with the Port Royal Sound. That's why we're here. We have a second building that's our educational building where we do a lot of our lectures and demonstrations. It's all set up like a classroom. And then our third building on the property is the foundation office. But this, you know, as many people know that have lived here forever, this building was a renovation project. The town of Port Royal was just incredible in helping us out. But it was the old Lemon Island Marina. And if you saw it before and you could see it now, you would see what a wonderful transformation this place went through. We are so thrilled to be right on the Port Royal Sound. I mean, it just wouldn't be the same if we couldn't go outside and actually touch the water while you're here, because that is the main attraction here. I mean, we've got these beautiful exhibits, but that is the main attraction, to be able to walk out on one of our 2 docks and to be able to see the dolphin going by or the bald eagles flying over, and to be right here out on the main road so that you can just pull right in at any time and be able to come inside. So
we were actually here about, what, a year and a half ago and saw when it was not finished at all.
Right.
And so where you've come from to where you are now, I mean, this is a beautiful setting.
Right.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We're thrilled. We're thrilled.
Jody, why don't you tell them about the reaction people have had?
Oh, the reaction has just been wonderful from all ends of the county, from, you know, Savannah to Hilton Head and Fripp Island, everywhere. People have been coming in, and the visitors to the county, all ages, you know, grandparents bringing their grandchildren in over the holiday. It's just been wonderful. So we couldn't be more pleased. And the thing that we tell everyone is that this is our phase 1. I mean, we're just getting started. It's going to be changing on an hourly basis. I mean, we just put in a brand new exhibit yesterday that is just beautiful, that we can't wait to share with everyone. So the reaction has been right where we wanted it to be, and I think it's just going to continue to build.
Good.
Can you tell everybody a little bit more about our exhibits?
Sure. The exhibits really encompass who we are and what we're all about. It's a combination of the animals and the history, everything having to do with the Port Royal Sound and how the Port Royal Sound itself has helped shape the history of this area, and then helping everyone to really understand what lives out there in the Port Royal Sound and why it's so important and why we need to pay attention to it. And then also helping people to enjoy it, you know. So the 3,000-gallon aquarium, it'll be forever changing. We'll get new fish in it, and we have a rotating exhibit room that, like I just said, a new exhibit went in there yesterday. And many of the exhibits are just in phase 1, and this year is going to be very exciting for exhibits.
And who do you attract? Who do you think will be your largest visitor base?
Well, it's been fun because it's really been all ages. Like I said, grandparents, grandchildren, school groups have been already a big thing. We've had 3 school groups out. 60 fifth graders were in here the day before we opened, you know, and that was wild.
I'm sure.
But exactly what we plan to, you know, have here. So that's very exciting. So there's something for everyone here. You know, the parents, the grandparents tend to go towards the history and learning about that, whereas the kids are running straight to the tanks, our touch tanks, which are in the back. You know, it's that hands-on experiential learning that we want people to have to really, to learn and appreciate.
Just
what
about
we
everyone
have.
in Beaufort County touches the Port Royal Sound at some point.
You're
so
exactly
it's very,
right.
very important for everybody to come.
Exactly.
And that's why I was, that was my next question is, why is something like this so important for our community?
Well, you know, I moved here 10 years ago, and I still really didn't know as much about the Port Royal Sound as I do now. I mean, every day I learn something new. The Port Royal Sound, it's a very unique body of water, and it's in pristine condition.
Well, and I always say that this is our Chesapeake Bay, and we can't let what happened to Chesapeake Bay happen here. So
Exactly.
this Maritime Center is key to the educational part of every resident to understand how they impact this sound.
Exactly. What I like to say too is that we want to be able to continue to celebrate it and help people enjoy it and learn more about it. We don't want to become an organization that's all concentrated on cleaning it up, because right now it's pristine. We want to keep it that way, and if it gets dirty, it's our fault.
Yeah.
You know,
And
it's everyone's fault
almost
because we
irreversible.
all touch it.
And that's why it's great to have all the school kids coming in, because that's where it starts with them.
Exactly. Exactly.
And we were talking, it's just crazy how far it extends. All the way up to Allendale, the runoff comes all
Right.
the way back down here.
Right. The whole basin's huge.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
So a lot of work to do in the education front.
Exactly, and that's what's so exciting, because we are not short of ideas. You know, where it's constantly, you know, people are giving us new things that we could do, and so that's what makes every day coming to work, you know, so exciting, is that the ability to touch so many people.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for
Yeah,
being with
you
us.
bet. Thank you for being here.
And stay with us. We'll be right back with more 843 TV.